The Wedding People by Alison Espach. Phoebe Stone, a literature professor, reeling from a painful divorce and the recent loss of her cat, arrives at the stately Cornwall Inn on a cliff overlooking the ocean. She wears a stunning emerald silk dress and gold heels from her wedding, carrying no luggage, only an old Discman and a CD titled Sax for Lovers. Having impulsively left her life in St. Louis behind, she has come to this place she once designated as her happy place with the singular intention of ending her life. The hotel lobby is a chaotic sea of wedding people, all gathered for the lavish nuptials of Lila and Gary. Phoebe feels out of place in her finery amidst the casual attire of the other guests. She stands in the long check-in line behind two of the bride's friends, nicknamed High Bun and Neck Pillow, overhearing their chatter about the bride, Lila, whom they describe as someone born to be a bride. The bride herself soon appears, a radiant vision in white, dispensing hugs and gift bags. Mistaking Phoebe for a guest, Lila gives her a warm embrace and a bag containing chocolate wine, a gesture of kindness that almost brings the isolated Phoebe to tears. In the confines of an old hotel elevator, the polished bridal facade cracks. When Phoebe tries to close the doors, Lila's hand is gashed. The injury, coupled with Phoebe's presence as a non-wedding guest, unravels Lila. Confronted about why she is there, Phoebe delivers the unvarnished truth. "I'm here to kill myself." Lila's shock quickly turns to indignation. "You definitely cannot kill yourself. This is my wedding week." This declaration begins a strange and intense negotiation between the two women, one planning the most important week of her life, the other the last. Flashbacks revealed the deep well of Phoebe's sorrow. Her once happy, intellectually vibrant marriage to Matt, a fellow professor, slowly eroded under the strain of failed IVF treatments and a heartbreaking miscarriage. The intellectual spark they shared dimmed, replaced with spreadsheets for scheduled sex and a growing emotional distance. The final blow came when Matt won a prestigious award, a success that seemed to solidify his separate path, culminating in his affair with Phoebe's colleague and friend, Mia. The divorce, conducted over Zoom during the pandemic, and the subsequent death of her beloved cat Harry left Phoebe feeling utterly alone and untethered from her life. Lila, relentless in her mission to prevent a suicide from overshadowing her meticulously planned million-dollar wedding, repeatedly intrudes on Phoebe's solitude. She appears in Phoebe's penthouse suite, the Roaring Twenties, arguing, pleading, and eventually sharing her own anxieties about the wedding and her family. A strange, reluctant bond forms between them on the balcony as they drink the German chocolate wine. Lila reveals details about her groom, Gary, a Gen X doctor and widower with a daughter, and complains about his best man, Jim, the brother of Gary's late wife. After a failed attempt to end her life with her cat's painkillers, which leaves her feeling sick and foolish, Phoebe makes a profound decision. She wants to live. In the pre-dawn hours, seeking solace, Phoebe finds herself in the hotel's outdoor hot tub. A man joins her, and they fall into an easy, witty conversation, sharing secrets with the freedom of anonymity. He is handsome, with a kind, weathered face and a sincere beard. Phoebe finds herself unexpectedly drawn to him, and in a moment of bold honesty born from her near-death experience, she tells him she wants to sleep with him. He gently reveals he is with someone, and the moment passes, leaving Phoebe not with rejection, but with a thrilling sense of aliveness. The man, she will soon discover, is none other than Gary, Lila's groom. The next day, Lila's Maid of Honor cancels, and Lila impulsively asks Phoebe to fill the role. Thrown into the heart of the wedding festivities, Phoebe joins the bridal party for a sailing excursion. The trip becomes a turning point when they hold an impromptu funeral for the virtual dog of Gary's 11-year-old daughter, Mel, who prefers to be called Juice. The ceremony, surprisingly poignant, allows for a moment of genuine connection and shared grief, deepening the unspoken bond between Phoebe and Gary. The bachelorette party is a bizarre affair, beginning with a water journey at a spa and culminating in a presentation by a sex woman who turns out to be a leading expert on giant panda mating habits. The evening, fueled by cocktails and confessions, reveals cracks in the friendships and Marla's admission of an affair. Later, a drunk and emotional Lila confesses her deepest fears to Phoebe. She doesn't think she truly loves Gary and is consumed by a confusing attraction to his brother-in-law, Jim. In a moment of vulnerability, she declares, "I don't want to marry Gary." The fragile peace is shattered by the unexpected arrival of Phoebe's ex-husband, Matt. He has tracked her down, frantic with worry after her sudden disappearance. His presence throws Phoebe into turmoil. He confesses his regret, his love for her, and the failure of his relationship with Mia, begging for a second chance. Overwhelmed and confused, Phoebe sleeps with him, a decision that leaves her feeling even more lost. On the morning of the wedding, the bridal suite is a flurry of activity, but Lila is distant and strangely serene. The truth of her feelings, and Gary's, hangs unspoken in the air. As they prepare to leave for the ceremony at the opulent Breaker's mansion, the final straw comes in the form of a replacement car, an ordinary black sedan instead of the vintage convertible that was fucked by a stranger. This small imperfection is the catalyst for Lila's collapse. Sitting on the hotel steps in her wedding gown, Lila admits to Phoebe that she cannot go through with it. Phoebe, now a true friend, helps orchestrate the bride's escape to Canada. It falls to her to walk down the aisle and inform the waiting groom and their assembled guests that the wedding is off. In the aftermath, the wedding party disbands. Phoebe makes her own decision to start anew, accepting a job as a winter keeper for a historic Newport mansion. After a final, bittersweet farewell to Matt, she finds Gary back in the hotel hot tub. They share a quiet moment of understanding and humor amidst the ruins of the wedding. He confesses he knew the marriage was a mistake, but didn't trust himself enough to stop it. As the new wedding people for Sophia and Stephen begin to arrive, Phoebe checks out of the Cornwall Inn. She leaves not with a sense of an ending, but with a quiet, thrilling certainty of a new story just beginning.